The enormous arena fell silent as the gates opened. Spectators of all species from across the galaxy held their breath. Some leaned forward on scaled appendages, others blinked multiple eyes in anticipation. The betting odds flashed across holographic displays suspended in the air, 10,000 to 1 against the human. Amelia stepped into the blinding lights, her small frame dwarfed by the massive circular battlefield. At 17 Earth years, she was considered barely an adult by her own species. But here, in the grand trials of the Galactic Federation, she was something even rarer. The first human competitor in 3 centuries. "The human contestant appears," announced the commentator, voice booming through translators in a dozen languages. "Final challenger in the junior division of the grand trials," the crowd murmured. Most had never seen a human in person before. Earth was a protected planet, its inhabitants deemed too fragile for interstellar politics after the devastation wars. The few humans who ventured beyond their solar system were typically diplomats or researchers, not warriors. Amelia's eyes adjusted to the light. She wore simple gray combat attire, the standard issue for all contestants. No weapons, no armor. Only wit and natural ability would determine the victor. And now, the commentator continued, her opponents. 10 gates opened, simultaneously around the perimeter of the arena. From each emerged a different alien competitor, each representing the finest junior warriors their species had to offer. A Draxian warrior, with 4 muscular arms and chitinous plating. A Volmer psionicist, their translucent skin pulsing with neural energy. A Krell hunter whose limbs could extend to twice their length. 7 others equally imposing, equally determined. The crowd roared. This wasn't just a match. It was a slaughter in waiting. No contestant had ever faced more than 3 opponents simultaneously in the junior division. "This is unprecedented," the commentator said, barely containing excitement. 10 champions against 1 human, a special ruling from the High Council. Itself, Amelia rolled her shoulders, face betraying no emotion. 3 months ago, she had been studying advanced physics on Earth when the Federation scouts appeared. They had detected something in her genetic profile, something that had led to this moment. The signal rang, and the battle began. All 10 opponents moved at once. The Draxian charged directly, while the Volmer's eyes glowed with gathering mental force. The others spread out, establishing a perimeter. Textbook strategy against a single opponent. Amelia did not move. The closest competitor, a serpentine Trell, reached her first, its fanged mouth opening wide. The crowd gasped collectively. Then something changed. Amelia's posture shifted slightly. When the Trell struck, she wasn't where it expected. With a motion so fluid it appeared choreographed, she sidestepped and touched the creature's neck with 2 fingers. The Trell collapsed instantly. Silence fell across the arena. The Draxian reached, her next forearm swinging in practiced combat patterns. Amelia moved between the strikes like water flowing around stones, each movement minimal yet perfect. She touched the Draxian's central nerve cluster, and the mighty warrior fell. 2 down, 8 remaining. The Volmer released a psionic blast that would have overwhelmed most minds. Amelia walked through it as if through a gentle breeze. The psionicist's eyes widened in shock as Amelia approached and gently pressed a point between its eyes. The 3rd opponent fell. "Impossible," the commentator shouted. "The human is exhibiting combat techniques never before recorded." The remaining competitors attacked as one. A whirlwind of claws, tentacles, energy weapons, and natural defenses, all focused on the small human girl who moved through their attacks with impossible grace. Touch. Another fell. Gentle pressure. Another. A whispered word that caused a 7-foot brute to collapse in tears. 6 down. 4 remained. The crowd was standing now. Elite spectators who had traveled from the farthest reaches of the galaxy to witness the grand trials were witnessing something unprecedented. The Krell hunter extended its limbs, creating a cage around Amelia. She simply touched the ground, and the hunter fell as if its bones had turned to water. 7. The final 3 opponents backed away, communicating silently with each other. One produced a hidden blade, illegal in the junior division. Another began transforming, its body mass doubling in violation of competition rules. The third generated an energy field that would have disintegrated organic matter on contact. The judges made no move to intervene. The human would die, but the rules had been satisfied. Amelia looked at them with what might have been disappointment. Then she moved. What happened next was recorded in Federation archives and studied for generations afterward. The human girl seemed to step between moments of time itself. One instant she stood facing her opponents, the next, she was behind them. She hadn't seemed to cross the space between. Touch 8, touch 9, touch 10. All opponents lay on the arena floor, alive, breathing, but utterly incapacitated. The arena remained silent as Amelia walked to the center. She bowed respectfully to each section of the audience, then to the judges' box where the Federation Council watched in shock. The human contestant is victorious, the commentator finally managed, voice trembling. Amelia of Earth advances to the senior division. As she turned to leave, an elder judge rushed down from the council box, blocking her path. "What are you?" the ancient alien demanded, multiple eye stalks quivering. "No human possesses such abilities." Amelia smiled for the first time since entering the arena. "You're wrong. This is what humans have always been. You've just forgotten." She walked past him through the gates and into Federation history. Behind her, the greatest powers in the galaxy began urgent discussions about the protected status of Earth and the supposed fragility of its inhabitants. The betting systems crashed as payment algorithms failed to calculate the impossible odds. And Amelia, the human girl who defeated 10 champions, sent a simple message home. First test. Complete. They remember us now. The protection of Earth had never been for humanity's safety. It had been for everyone else's.